Alright, going to be continuing on the Spotify mini player. I made some changes off stream. I'm going to go over those. So, the main change was I took the code from Firebase and basically these functions for the auth stuff and put them in I removed that local auth local server folder. I actually renamed it basically to just server. Because it's doing more than just the auth. It's actually serving the built front end code as well. And I wrote some instructions, and the whole point of this was so that someone could this app is like limited right now while it's in development to 25 users, and it would require me to basically get requests from people to be added to it. Maybe that'll change in the future, but I just have this set up for now in case other people wanted to use it. Um, Once it's done, not yet, but once it is done, I'll make this public on GitHub. Um, I looked into trying to automate adding users to your development dashboard. I don't think there is a way unless I'm missing something, so that kind of sucks. Um, I mean, you could write something that automates a web browser stuff, but I don't know. I don't think I need to do that. Really, for 25 people, they can just. I'll set something up, maybe, request access, and it'll send an email, and then I can set them up or something. If that happens in the future, I'll probably be the only user, so it doesn't matter. But um, what else? So yeah, here's the instructions to run it locally by yourself. You would have to register the app, um, just like I did, set it all up. But I made some scripts, which I'll show, that make it a little bit easier. This code here is again me taking the stuff from the Firebase function and just putting it in the basically express handlers in here. A couple of things that are different are the cookie parser is now not inside the function, it's out here in the middleware section. And the just the access to these variables, I'm not using the params, the Firebase params, I'm just using um, basically um, locally hosted files or files that are local, like the keys JSON. It's where the user would store their client ID, client secret if they're using it just on their computer. Let's see what else. Everything else is pretty much the same. Like I said, this is not using that dot value now, it's just using the variable name. Everything else is pretty much the same. And what else? So that's all this stuff. And then, yeah, I renamed that from auth lambda to auth function. I removed this extra dependency of express in there I didn't need because it goes in the other server project. And then here's the scripts I added. So the user would download the whole project. It'll come with that extra Firebase code that they're probably not going to use, but they could if they wanted to. And then they would just run npm run setup. It'll run these three scripts, basically just doing an npmi, and then also building the UI. And then running npm start will run server.js. It'll serve up that build folder, that dist folder. What else? Just a dependency there. That's the stuff I already talked about. Deleted this is specific to my project in Firebase, so I deleted that from the repo. And then on the front end, I refactored the imports a little bit. So before I had like I had in here in each of these component folders. I had, by the way, I made a folder for each component, just like with the CSS and the JSX next to each other and not all, you know, um, unorganized, I guess, in the components folder. And I had an index for each of these where I was exporting the default. I move all those exports into the components root itself. So export default as the alias, very similar to what I had. And then same thing with pages, same thing. And then now when I import them, I just use that syntax. So did that. What else did I do? I think that's it for that commit. And then this one. So the last commit I did was I didn't like that how the default state was logged in was true. And so I set that to false. And another thing I changed, let's go back to that actually. I refactored this function here so it basically, if it doesn't find any hash, then it'll just return. So it's not gonna continue on with this function, which I didn't like before. This remove hash, I moved outside of the component. Actually, I haven't tested that, but I think it'll be fine. Test it later. This is just formatting. Anything else? I removed this default. So if this is not an integer, there's a problem, and I just return at that point. I think that was it for that one. Was there anything else? Let me see. No, that's pretty much it. And then going back to the main page, the instructions, I have instructions for registering and setting up, which I need to, this just links to my YouTube. I need to link it to the actual video when I make it. So I left it to do there, and this is the developer dashboard where you register your app, where you add the test users. That's that. Instructions about how to set up the app. You need to basically just install Node after you've done this step up here, and then do all this stuff. Pretty simple. Pretty basic stuff. I did it basically from the perspective of someone who doesn't have Git installed. So you come up here, you download instead of cloning. And then, yeah, they have to add their client secret, client ID that they get from up here. And then, yeah, run the scripts, set up and start. And then it should work, but I'll test it again later. So that's all for that. Next thing is just to move on with what I was working on. The only change I have here right now is this is what's committed to the repo, and then this is what is I'm actually using right now. Although it doesn't matter. Actually, I could probably just change this back. It's fine. Because right now I'm not doing builds anyways, so don't really need this, but I'll leave it. It's fine. Alright, so a few things I could work on. These buttons are all working. One thing I definitely want to work on is there's a few things. I want to have a settings. I want to have a way to log out if you want to. So you can log in as someone else or just log out. I want to have a background that comes up when you hover. That I think I'll do next, just for these buttons. I want to have the font and probably the size of the buttons kind of dynamically adjust based on the screen size. I want to have a way to pop out the screen, which I talked about before, to get rid of the address bar and all the unnecessary stuff to make this thing as small as possible. That's easy. You do window.open to do that, which I've already done on the login thing I had before. I want to make these buttons actually work with the access token. What else? I think that's it for now. As far as the font and these buttons dynamically resizing the screen, I also want them to have at least some sort of min size. So if you get too small, it'll overflow. That's fine. And I want them to have some sort of min size. I think I want them to be bigger or a different weight than what I have here, but I'll have to think about that. The song name, I'll probably want to scroll. Actually, that's what I could do. I could not make it not overflow and just have the song name scroll. Same with the artist. The artist, I'll just do the ellipses if it gets too small, because I'm mostly concerned with the first artist. If there's other ones, whatever. And these will be links that'll open up Spotify. I want to add a couple other buttons, but I'm not going to do that yet. And those buttons would be the, what are they? The shuffle button and the repeat button. And volume? Can you control volume? Maybe? Let me see. Spotify Web API. Oops, reference. Player. Yeah, you can. Okay, and a volume slider as well. Did I talk about the settings? I also want to have a settings that just be a way to set a few things like I probably do want an optional image art or song art that you can toggle on and off. I don't know. Maybe some other settings, like scroll song name, don't scroll song name, that kind of thing. Probably want a notification thing as well, where it will optionally, in a setting, you can turn on or off, pop up a notification when a new song is playing. So then you could have like nothing on your screen at all, and then if a new song pops up that you don't like, you could just hit skip on the pop-up, something like that. And that thing will stay open as long as you keep skipping. Like there'll be a timeout that keeps resetting as long as you keep hitting skip or keep hitting any button. So yeah, that's pretty much it. First thing I'll do, just so it doesn't look so crappy, is add some sort of hover effect on these buttons. So let's do that. Let's see. And then next thing, I don't want to do the CSS right now. I might even do the CSS off stream, the dynamic resizing and responsive stuff. Might do off stream, but we'll see. I want to do all the functionality on stream for sure, or most of it at least. All right, so let's start with that CSS just to show which button I'm hovering, and then start working on the functionality of these buttons. Okay, so I think after I get those working, I might stop for now. So let's do the CSS first. Let's figure out where that is. That's going to be in client, components, track control, JSX, CSS. Track control. So let's do track control hover. Background color blue. I'll do light green. I'll maybe find a better color if this doesn't look good. And then border radius. 10%, 25%. I'll have to figure out how to make that better. Pretty shitty. But let's add a transition. Transition 1 second. Background color. Is that how you do it? I don't want to do 1 second, but here, let's add this up here actually. Obviously it's way too slow. It's leaving these little pixels behind. What's up with that? Alright, so let's go with 200 milliseconds. Let's see how that looks. That's good. Alright, let's find a different color. How about this one? Is that the same color? No way. What? How is that possible? How about that? Okay, that should look different. Obviously I need to center it and make it look better, but it's okay for now. Let's say min width. Pixels or something. 25. Let's make it look reasonable. 35. Okay. Alright, let's see how to center that thing. Center. And dip. I don't like any of these. Can I just make it a block element? Let's see. So let's try this. Let's go display flex. How does that look? And then that doesn't work. Does that work? Can't tell. Is that centered? Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, it's good actually. Okay, nice. Alright, so that's that for now. And now let's make these things work. So we're gonna take, or it's already passing our handle callback. I'm in the wrong area. Let me commit this change. Okay. That is in client source API. And yeah, so it's coming in here. It's not calling these, so let's work with Nextract for now. Route method access token. So route, we're gonna define here. Um, trying to think. I'm gonna make it so um, maybe I can work with other music players. So I'll define routes separately. Let's see, so route method access token. So next track. Let's maybe have some consistent naming as well. So skip next. I don't want to do this. So the reason I'm using these is because that's the whatchamacallit, picture. The like the keyword for the icon. Do I want to do it that way? Let's see. It is kind of clean actually. It's not unclear. I think I'll do it that way for now. Let's see, where was that? In app, right? So skip previous, skip next, play arrow, current song. I should just do all of these. This isn't a track control either, so I'm actually gonna remove this. It's not a track control. Okay. Let's see, track control routes. So next track, previous track. Let me throw this. This is fine actually. All right, next track. Previous track. Play. Let's see. What are the different routes? Play, pause. Current song. What are the other routes? This is kind of interesting. Some sort of Twitch chat integration to add to a queue. Throw it in there. I'm gonna move this over here. Toggle shuffle. Definitely want that one. What else? Markets, don't care about that. I'm gonna move this Q one on the bottom. As well as this. So both of these. Let me think. So on, off. What is it for shuffle? True and false. Okay. Way back, not toggle. Let's do set shuffle. Set shuffle, set repeat. Volume. Where did I see volume? Oh, set volume. Actually throw that up here. Set volume. Okay, Q. Recently played is kind of interesting. Throw it down here. Some of this stuff would be good for Twitch. What song was that? Recently played. Not sure how I'll integrate that right now, but seek to position, don't care about that. Currently playing, available devices, not gonna use that. Transfer playback. I think the most important is gonna be the playback state. Transfer playback to a new device. Nah. Genres, categories, playlists. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. Search for item. Hmm. It would be pretty easy to integrate with Twitch, actually. You just have to say your channel name and use, I think it's TMI.js. That's what I use for the notifier. But I'll think about that later. Audiobooks, episode shows. Okay, I don't care about anything else right now. I don't care about most of these right now. I care about current song. All of these above current song I care about, actually. Playback state. Playback state's important to be able to know player pause. Um, anyways, alright, so the routes, this will be, it's gonna have a route and a method for each of these. So let's do, what does fetch use again? Capitals. Okay. Alright, player. Add to queue is a post. Recently played is a get. Playback volume, repeat, and shuffle are all puts. Dang it. Shuffle, volume, repeat. Put. Current song. Where is that? That's a get. These are all pretty obvious. Pause is a put. This is a put as well. Play and pause. Skip are both posts. That one is not obvious. That could be a put, I think. And then playback state would be a get. And the route, just have to copy and paste all these. Add item to playback queue is this one. Really? You can't copy this? Oh, you can copy from here, okay. Slash me, slash player, slash queue. Hmm. I think I'm gonna put this in the JSON as well. Import routes routes.json. Say Spotify. And then at the top of this, I'll put base. Just a string. And that's gonna be whatever I just deleted. Or did I delete it? Maybe not. Okay. Did I copy that one yet? No. Alright, and then we'll have one more level. So I'll move this out. This will be Spotify.base. Really? Wait. Oh. Okay. Um. Alright. Let's just. Okay, there's not too many. Recently played is this. Add to queue. Okay, recently played. Toggle. Add item to playback queue. Current song. Repeat. Shuffle. Volume. Wonder if I should grab. Nah, I don't need that. That's stupid. Volume and then pause. Let's do V1 as well. Okay. Play. Previous track, next track, and playback state. Cool. Actually, yeah, let's focus on next track. So the route would be Spotify V1 next track route method. Method. Okay. And then params. So next track, device ID. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's in the device is currently active, yeah. That is in the get playback state. Okay. For now, it'll just do the one that's active is what it says, but that might not be what you want to do. So you can only have one device active at a time? It's interesting. Hmm. Um, cool. Let me not give a method and just see. just doing for all these. Oops. You know what? Let's just do those two. Let's see here. No message for that one. I really don't need these. Now I'm thinking about it. There's no point in this. Because I'm the user. So I'm not gonna screw that up. I will do the other one though. Okay. Base URL. That would be important, like if you had a library, you know? But I don't. It's just an app. Or you really needed some logging for some reason. I don't know. But basically, that situation will never happen. Route method. Okay. Let's just see what happens. So next track's being called. No errors. Perfect. Let's bring this in. Don't need this. Await fetch plus route. Method, mode, credentials, authorization. Okay, so this needs to be access token. Guides. Authorization guide. Using the access token. Is that it? Really? Okay. Content type. Make sure I know what that is. 1 second. Okay, I got you. All right, let's look. Docs, reference, player, playback state. No, next track. So post that header, content type, application JSON. Don't think we need the body. And we really don't need this other crap either. Okay. Not found. Oh, right. Wait, why is it doing that? Plus route. Undefined. What? Request URL. Oh, there we go. Service not found. Okay. I'm gonna stop there, get something to eat, but I got some nice, I got a nice setup here, I guess. Some progress. So let's see. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. This is all good. All right. And routes. Cool. I'm gonna stop there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.